Alright, in this video I want to go over a list of plugins that I like to install on my website. There's tons and tons of different plugins out there, and everybody's going to have their own preference on which ones they like to install, and which ones they like to have on specific sites and whatnot. I just wanted to kind of go over what I normally do when I first set up a new WordPress site, and then I'll come back to the plugins that I install. So when you first set up a brand new WordPress site, usually, or sometimes there's a lot of unnecessary plugins that are installed. I usually just go through and delete most of those. And then a couple other things I look at. There's usually an initial post and an initial page. I usually come in here and delete that page, delete the post. It's just a test post or a test page. And then I'll come over here to settings, general, and then make sure I have a proper title and proper tagline, or sometimes I just delete the tagline under the settings. And then for reading, just decide how I want my blog post to look, if I want to have one post per page or whatever, or have a bunch like 10 or 100 posts showing on the home page. And then permalinks, I always come down here and make sure this is set to post name and click save. And so those are a list of some of the things that I do on initially on the first pass. And I'll come back here to plugins, and if we look at the ones I have installed, we'll go over why I have them installed. So I have these. This is kind of a little default list of plugins that I install on a lot of my niche sites. So first is Akismet. This is a plugin by the people from WordPress. This is basically it's a free WordPress plugin that helps you fight comment spam. So it kind of helps protect your website from bot traffic and people going around trying to like spam your blog comments and stuff with their links and stuff like that, and just international traffic and things like that. So I always install that. That's free. I usually install some sort of a SEO optimization plugin. I like all-in-one SEO pack. That's free as well. I disable my comments, so I use this tool called Disable Comments. So that's what this one does. And then I think you have to actually go into once disable comments is active, you'll go into settings and then disable comments. And I believe I just go ahead and click everywhere. You can select whether you want to disable comments on pages, posts, media, on just pages, posts, or media, and click save. But I just disable them everywhere because I don't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of spam. For this website, I've got Genesis framework installed, so I've got some additional plugins called Genesis Simple Edits and Genesis Super Customizer installed, but that's just because I have Genesis installed. If I had another premium theme, I wouldn't have these installed. I have a URL rotator / link masker cloaker. It's a free plugin. I'll have a link to where you can get that, but if you just type in WordPress URL rotator, you should be able to find it. It's by this guy right here. It's a free plugin, but it's not in the WordPress directory. If you click add new and search for it, I don't think you'll find it there, but it is a free plugin that you can find just by typing in to Google. Let's just type it in WordPress URL rotator, and it should be right here. And I think you have to enter an email to get the access to the plugin, but it should download automatically, and again, it's free. So that's what I like to use to cloak my links. So if I have like a affiliate link, the purpose of this is if you have a super long affiliate link, which most affiliate links are long and ugly and scary looking, you can plug it into this URL rotator. I'll just show you an example here. And basically you just plug your URL here, give it a pretty name, and click add jump group, and then it'll create this pretty name. So it'll be your domain / this pretty link that you can share on social media or YouTube or your website. It just makes it easy, as opposed to giving out this long scary link. No one can remember that. And the cool thing about this tool too is it doesn't just cloak it, but allows you to rotate links. So if you want to plug in multiple links separated by separate lines, you can split test different ads, different offers, different landing pages and stuff. And once you've already created it, you can come back here to edit and just edit those links at any time. So it's a very, very important and useful plugin. I also have this WP author date remover, meta remover. This is just something I like to install. It kind of removes the title or the author, like my name or whoever's name you put in there. It removes the date and the author, so it just doesn't, it doesn't date your blog or website. So I when people come to my website, I don't want them to know that maybe the article was written 3 years ago, because they may think that it's not relevant or whatever. So I just have this plugin to remove that. I have this other plugin called WP Content Copy Protection and No Right Click. It basically disables right clicking and doesn't allow people to select and copy your content. So if you're spending time writing a article or paying to get an article outsourced, you don't want people coming and swiping your articles and your hard work and using it and copying it on their blog. So that prevents that from happening. And this is another plugin that I really like. It's not a free plugin, but it's very inexpensive. It's only about $20, called WP Zero Bounce. And basically this plugin allows you to redirect visitors who come to your site from, say, like Google, and immediately hit the back button. You can redirect them to an affiliate link or another website or another page on your website. So it's a very useful plugin. But those are a couple of plugins that I like to generally install by default on most of my niche affiliate websites.